Okay. All righty. So I'm with Jacob. Jacob, what's the name of your business?
IJ Mobile Detailers.
IJ Mobile Detailers. All right. So we were just chatting a little bit. What made you want to start your detailing business again?
Well, like I said, I love cars, love seeing them, driving them,
Yeah.
hearing them.
Yeah. So what's your favorite
Yeah,
car?
like all time, it depends on the genre, man. Like
Depends on the genre.
sports cars,
Yeah,
classic
yeah.
cars.
I gotcha. Yeah, all right. So what's your favorite sports car?
I'd have to go with like a 918 Spider. I love
918
my
Spider.
Porsches. I love my German cars.
There we go. You a big Lambo guy?
Nah, no.
No, why don't you like Lambos?
Lambo's a big ego person. It's
Big
not
ego
classic.
person. Not classy.
Ferrari's
Not classy.
Ferrari's
That's right.
classy.
It's by only people with small egos buy spiders. You heard it here first from Jacob. No, I'm messing around. So Jacob, how long ago did you start the business?
About 4 weeks ago.
So you
Four
started
weeks
it 4
today.
weeks ago, very recently. All right. And in this 4 weeks, how many cars have you done?
I've done about 11 cars, 11 or so cards.
Nice, Jacob. So you've done 11 cars. First month detailing. You just love cars. That's why you started. So let's go over a couple little things. How are you getting your clients right now?
Door-to-door sales.
Door-to-door sales. No kidding.
Going through neighborhoods.
There we
After I
go.
wash their car, I make sure they give out referrals so I can, and each
Nice.
referral they get a discount. So,
Good. All right. So tell me, when you're going door to door, what's your script look like?
well, it's usually, how's it going? My name is Jacob. I go to Cherokee High School. Can I have a minute of your time to talk about a proposition for you?
Okay. There we
Um,
go.
I usually look at the car they have before I go up there so I
Nice.
can
Yeah, you want to make sure they have a
compliment
car in
their
the
car.
driveway. Yeah.
And I show them. I actually have one right here because I just put them. These ones didn't show out too well,
There
but
we go.
handing out my flyers, offering my
Nice.
services. Yeah,
That's awesome. And so tell me, you're charging how much?
$80 for the interior, 80 for the exterior, and then $120 for both.
Okay, nice. And how long does that take you?
For just the interior, it takes about hour and a half, 2 hours, just because I'm starting out. Obviously, it's just me.
Yeah,
Exterior, get it done in about 45 minutes. And then both, yeah, around 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours. So you're making $120 in 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
Okay, so that's really good. That's like $50 an hour right there. That's really
yeah.
good. That's nice. Good, good, good. And so you're booking them when you're going door to door. Are you booking them for that day, or are you booking them for like another day in the week?
I usually do another day in the week
No kidding.
because,
Okay, I gotcha. And how many doors do you have to knock on before you like actually get a client?
well, when I was starting out, it did take a long time. I
It
think the
took a lot.
first few days, I didn't get anyone,
Yeah.
and then I finally got someone. He showed all of his friends, and soon knocking on doors. It only took a few to get a customer.
Now, okay, yeah, nice. So now you just knock on a couple and you get clients. It's that easy. It's like barbecue chicken, huh?
Yeah, there you go.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, that's a really good strategy there is knocking on doors. You're a young guy, right? I'm assuming you come up, present yourself well and you give a reasonable price for a good service and you get a happy customer. Are you asking for reviews on Google?
I have been asking for reviews. I haven't gotten anything on Google. I just
Okay.
set up a Yelp business.
Ooh, be careful of Yelp. They're gonna try to scam you.
That's good
Just
to
like
know.
I'm just letting you know ahead of time. They've gotten everybody.
That's good to know. I also I have Google Ads, but most of it is they
You have Google
text me.
Ads?
Yeah,
How much are you spending on Google Ads?
around $5 a week.
Only $5 a week?
Yeah,
Yeah, we're going low numbers here. All right.
I'm starting bare minimum, man. I focus more on my supplies than
On ads. Okay. So how many cards did you do this week so far? It's Thursday right now. It's Thursday, the 8th of May. How many have you done this week?
just two, and
You've
I'm
done two this week.
still
And how
yeah,
much money have you made?
200 and I think $60 with
Nice.
tips.
Good job, bro. There we go. So 262 cars and combined time, how much time did those cars take you?
About 5 hours.
About 5 hours altogether. So I mean, you're cooking, dude. You're cooking. All right. So I think I have a good understanding. Where's your business based out of again?
Denver, Colorado.
He's in Denver. Okay, so that's a very good market. That's a market that's actually not too saturated because there's some cities where there's a detail shop on every block, and there's some cities where there's a lot of potential for detailing. So Denver's one of them. Salt Lake City's one of them. There's a couple cities like that that have a lot of growth potential. And I make my analysis based on I look at the advertising in those areas. So that's how I kind of determined that. But all right, so now I'm going to try to give you a little bit because a little bit about me. I started my detailing business back in, when was it? Like 2022. 2022, I started it. Um, I just was working on, I was in high school. I was working on it, working on it, working on it. I was able to scale it up. I was making close to 15K a month for multiple months in
Wow.
a row. And then, and now I know guys out there making 50K. So there's, trust me, there's a lot of money to make. And then I decided to kind of sell it. So I sold off the assets, dissolved the LLC, and then I moved down to Miami. And now I'm just helping detailers out, helping grow people like you. So that's kind of my story. So I have a little bit of a background on this, and I can give you some advice. So you're just starting out. You're gonna have school and stuff, right? So, and you're just a sophomore, so you're gonna be a junior next year. Do they allow you to have work release at your school?
That's actually a good question. I don't know. I'll make sure to ask tomorrow.
Yeah. So I would say one thing to ask is next year, if you want to keep doing this, ask about work release. Two, do you have a garage at your place that your parents
Yes.
would let you work out of?
Yeah.
They would? Okay, you have a garage. That's good. Probably gonna want to use that at some point, considering you're in Denver. Big Broncos fan?
They've had their on and off. Some more an Eagles fan. Whole family's from
Wow.
Philadelphia.
No kidding. Yeah, I lived in Pittsburgh, so
Yeah,
um
that's
Eagles fan. Yeah, they did pretty well. All right, so yeah, I would say recommend getting a work release. Use that garage. And now in terms of advertising, keep knocking on doors. Knocking on doors is huge. I love knocking on doors. Especially when you're a young guy like yourself, you're gonna be pretty successful with it. Another thing I'd recommend is this is like basic recommendations, but Facebook groups. um, and an app called Nextdoor. Nextdoor, like one
yeah,
of
yeah.
every, okay, you know about Nextdoor. Okay. Post on those a lot. Post before and afters, really important. Before and afters. Um, because before and afters cook, and then post your story. Maybe record yourself talking, telling them a little bit about yourself, and then post that.
Yeah.
Those sorts of things really do well. Okay. The more personal, the better. You're kind of selling them on yourself first, and then they buy your service. Um, and then after that, um, yeah, so this is the stuff you want to focus on now. Okay, this will get you, these things alone can get you to making, probably $1,000 a week, I would say. Like with Facebook groups and knocking on doors, I can definitely see you getting up to 1,500, $2,000 a week though with that.
That'd
Um,
be that'd be great.
yeah, if you're really pushing it hard. Now if you want to scale to let's say, 10 grand, 15 grand a month, and beyond, uh, then usually you have to go into paid advertisements, right? Because that's how you typically get the higher ticket clients. Um, but that's in your future. The sooner that happens, the better, right? But I'd be happy to help you out once you reach that point. All right.
Gladly. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Do you have any questions? Because I know we went over a little bit here.
Um, I guess I was gonna have you review my flyer. That was one of my
There you go.
big
Yeah.
business
Let me look at that
goals.
flyer again.
There, I can always send you a copy too.
No, no, no.
But Mhm.
Okay, so 25% off first wash. IG Mobile Details we offer. That's good. That's good. I like it. I like it. That's good. So you have a
Yeah,
very clear, you
usually
have a
it's the
clear
rule.
call to action there. You have your services listed out with standard pricing. When I say standard, it's not like a range. It's just one specific price. And
Yeah,
some people like to give ranges because out of detail,
it's
you
too
never know how bad it's going
complicated.
to be. Yeah, in my opinion, it's too complicated. If you want effective selling, I found that a little bit better.
Yeah, because I see people charge extra for stains or
Yeah.
pet hair. It's
Yeah. Now, eventually you will run into a car where you do have really bad stains and really bad pet hair, and it's going to take you 12 hours to make it perfect. And that situation, here's I'm just going to give you a little bit of advice, is you say, hey, look, my normal detail takes 2.5 hours. This, this $120 price is for that a 2.5 hour to 3 hour detail. Okay, to make this look perfect, it's going to take 6 hours or 8 hours, 10, whatever. And then you can say, I would have to charge you more because it's going to take up more of my time. All right. Um, when you do run into those customers. Now it seems like you're knocking in nice neighborhoods. People are taking care of their cars. They just want to get it spruced up. That's a
Mhm.
good client to target because those are also clients that are going to be wanting to get their cars ceramic coated in the future.
Yeah,
Um, so it's a good entry, very good entry. Um, but yeah, so good flyer. I like it. I like the way you're going. You're doing really good.
thank
All
you.
right. Any other questions?
Um, I guess the other, like the main thing I've been told to get is like a steam cleaner and like the tornado
Corner
something
door.
that.
Okay. Yeah. I can.
Would you
So
recommend it? Because it's a lot of money and I've already spent, I don't know, 400 $400 on all my supplies.
yeah. That's funny. So that's a lot of money to you right now, right? But especially since you're 16. I remember when I was 16, I thought $400 was like the end of the world.
Yeah,
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 now
it's
that I'm
not
living on
ideal.
my own and I moved, I'm like, dude, this it's like in and out of my bank account like this. Um, but I would say, you know, think about like how committed are you to it? Because if you're really committed, those are things you're gonna end up buying anyways, right?
Okay.
You're eventually gonna end up buying a steamer. Eventually, you're gonna end up buying an air compressor and a tornador. Um, so eventually, you're gonna have to buy a polisher, right? If
Yeah,
you want to keep
that's
going in the route you're going. So if it's just like a little summer thing and you're sprucing up cars and you don't want to take it too far, then you don't have to. But if you really want to commit yourself to this and you want to grow long term, then I would say that's probably a wise decision is buying that stuff.
okay.
Wouldn't you
And
agree?
then my last question, when I'm cleaning the interior, like on the sides of seats, it's really hard to get the dirt out of that.
Yeah, air compressor,
But
tornador.
that's okay. So it seems like that's the way
That
to
would
go.
that would blow the air. If you already have a crevice thing on your vacuum, right? It's like a
Yeah.
super small tip and you still can't
Yeah.
get that, then yeah, you're
No.
probably going to want an air compressor or if you
Okay.
can reach a drill brush, but it sounds like you won't be able to reach with a drill brush.
No. Okay.
Or even a rubber brush. I found like pet hair brushes like were good for that kind of thing. I think it just disappeared on me there.
Oh yeah, I don't know what happened. Hold
Yeah,
on.
it's all right.
Um, but yeah, I use I mean, like mainly for pet hair, I've been using a pumice stone, which works really well.
Good. That does work really well. I love pumice
It's
stones.
cheap.
Plus they last a lot longer
Yeah.
than it's a pumice stone. That's really smart. Look at that. Not a lot of people know that's sauce, guys. Pumice stone.
I try
Pumice
to do
stone.
my research.
There we go. Nice. Anything else? Keep them
No,
coming, man. If you
that's
got questions, let me know.
I appreciate it. That's all I got right now.
That's it for right now. Okay. All right. To recap, um, you're doing 2.5 hour details for $120. It's really good. I like those flyers. To grow, just keep knocking on doors, use Facebook groups, use Nextdoor. Um, next school year, try to get a work release. That way you can get out of school a little earlier for your business. And you're in a good market. Denver is a good market. So keep working hard and you'll succeed.
Okay. Oh, actually, I do have one more question. I'm so sorry. I
Okay.
just thought about this. So I offered, he has a 911 Porsche, and I offered to do it for free. He's a good family friend. And would you recommend that or no?
Oh
Just like,
yeah.
especially for like my Instagram and stuff.
Oh
And
yeah. Oh yeah. Doing it for free. He's gonna probably tip you. If he has a Porsche and you're doing it for him, he's probably gonna tip you. Um, but
hopefully
yeah,
he sends me the car. But
because I it's funny. Yeah, no, I would do free detail like whenever I see a nice car out, I would, and I had the ability to talk to the person. That was something I would do a lot because that way I would make advertisements out of it and I would make a lot more money out of it, than just, like $200 if I were to charge them money. Right.
okay.
So for me, it was worth it. I think for you, that's a really smart idea doing it for free.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you ever do see someone, with a spider or the Lambo, whatever, if you try to sauce them up with a free detail,
All right.
sometimes you got to pay them to do it too. Dude, I'll give you $50 to let me do it for you.
Yeah. Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Hmm. Well, alrighty, man. Look, if you need anything, let me know. Um, it was a pleasure talking to you. Okay.
Yeah. I appreciate your
Um,
time.
if you have any other questions, just hit me
No,
up. Alrighty,
that's
Jacob.
all right. Thank you.
All right, brother. I'll see you.
Have a good one.